Hey Healing Fam, welcome to Healing Me, where we are healing me. This is the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine part 2 download, because I mostly talked about the Divine Masculine, that's a huge titty baby that was being manipulated by his envious mama of the whole twin flame, soulmate, love, and that divine masculines was experiencing, that they knew that they either had experienced it in their life and fucked it up and self-sabotage. So you have to watch that one if you want to see about that. So this is for a divine feminine download that I received. And so, and I also, pulled some cards as well, and we'll see what else is going on. But divine feminine is starting to ascend and wake up to who she is, right? And we're all in different parts of that, right? And to realize that she's more than just this body, and what she deserves, and that, hey, these cycles have been wanting to teach me something, right? That I am not a victim, so this has been energy that's been being attracted to me, right? And so she's divine feminine is learning to learn from those cycles and shed some of those old beliefs and shed some of those old energies that we're keep on attracting in the old toxic relationships, which of course meeting the twin flame, the divine masculine energy, is what starts to trigger that and starts to show you, or you start to ascend to look at things in a different point of view from your higher self that's been trying to speak to you and guide you, right? And so also Spirit was saying to divine feminine she's learning not to dim her light, and right, she's learning in what areas she was dimming her light for others and taking her power back, right? And part of taking her power back has also triggered and affected divine masculine, because now she's not chasing divine masculine as much. Now she's not being now her obsession for divine masculine, she's learning to control a little better, right? Because that's what her being honest and showing her vulnerability and trying to be vulnerable to this great massive love, right? Because it's the best sex ever, right? And divine masculine's mom had for some had a lot to do with it, if they have a close relationship with their mom or someone that in their family, or someone that they confided in about this magnetic person that they met, right? But the what I am picking up on is it definitely is some third party energies going on in that, whether divine feminine or masculine, both may be in other third parties, even marriage, right? And so there was some judgment. There was some judgment. I wanted to say these two are both Three of Cups and Three of Swords, that there was some heartbreak because they treated divine feminine as a option. So if that's for you, then that's what this is. If that's your story. If it's not your story, don't make it fit. But they, of course, tried to treat divine feminine as a option, right? And that, of course, broke divine feminine's heart, because she was honest and vulnerable and showed her vulnerability, and this was triggering her to be more of that, right? And not be scared of rejection, and then you fucking reject her anyway, right? And so she's learning to walk away from some of those things that don't serve her anymore, right? And so, of course, when she walk away from things that don't serve her no more, that causes cycles to start turning and moving and triggering in divine masculine, and he wondering who she giving her divine feminine's energy to. If you ain't giving it to me, and you ain't chasing me, and you ain't commenting on my social media stuff, you might just be liking it, or you might not even be liking it no more. You may have even be blocking me, and I'm not even getting any attention, but you done close off some energy from me. You may be dealing with a Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, or Leo, Gemini, as well. What else came up? Okay. And so what also is coming up is that divine masculine is because he's learning that he's ego based, right? He's learning to see his ego because of the love that divine feminine was showing and expressing, you know, with him. But mama or other influences or third parties are manipulating, saying, oh, that's not real. Oh, she's crazy. Oh, she shouldn't be reacting like that. She's too intense. She's too this, she's too that. And those were all manipulating lies because they're envious because they weren't having that experience or having that love, right? And so they're envious of that, right? And so meanwhile, divine feminine learning her worth is attracting other old past loves, right? And so the message to divine feminine from spirit is that some of these people from the past seem safer to love than the toxic things that's going on with you and your twin flame right now because of their outside influence, not accepting or manipulating and saying divine feminine is not the one and turning them against you, which divine masculine is learning how to break out of. So that I'm sure we're going to be receiving more channeled energies about how divine masculine is going to start learning and somehow making its way back to divine feminine, okay? And so, but there's other past energies and past lovers that are seeing divine feminine's energy glow up, right? And it seems like some of them are safer to love than divine masculine right now. And it seems like, oh, this is just the in the meantime, in between time, but be careful because some are coming to get you pregnant. So be careful, divine feminine, about the people that you may entertain on the breaks between you and your soulmate or your twin flame, and make sure you don't get something that you can't, that's not long term, okay? I mean, that is long term, okay, you know what I'm trying to say. And that these people seem to be safe to love, but they are still non-committal no matter what they doing, right? So they seem like they are all about you, like they gang about you, but they not. This is a front to feed their ego, right? Is what I'm getting. This is the past people that's coming back, that's different from divine masculine, that they've noticed when you was in your wounded energy behind divine masculine, and they're noticing now that you're not and you're coming through into your power. That's sexy as fuck, and it's attracting these old people, but they're still wounded, right? They're acting like they want to give you what they didn't give you before, but remember that you need to watch for the red flags, because these are people that are not healed. They're going to act like they're going to put you on top and put you on a pedestal to just blow your head up, and that they're not breadcrumbing you anymore. But Spirit is asking you to stay busy, stay doing what you've been doing, and to balance yourself out. Even if you feel like at this time that you need their energy, for whatever reason, there's no judgment here or what have you, then you need to balance it out and don't get caught up in these old energies that are coming back. And remember why they lost you before, okay? Remember why they lost you before. They want me to say it one more time. Remember why they lost you before, okay? Also, a lot of you divine feminines are coming into your awareness of your spiritual gifts, okay? They also want to let you know that the worst of things is over, okay? Something else I wanted to look at that Spirit was saying about this situation. Divine feminine. Oh, there is some unexpected communication coming up, okay? They're asking you to stay confident around divine masculine, even if they come, that divine masculine is starting to heal, but they're not healed yet. Don't lose yourself when they come toward you, because when you start pulling back, of course, they start coming forward, right? So we're coming out of a Mercury retrograde. So some of y'all about to hear from them before this end of this Mercury retrograde, which is going to be within this next week, depending on when you see this, right? It's going to be end of October, and then the full over for real is like the beginning of November. So between that's where you'll definitely be strongest hearing from them, some signs from them, maybe a comment from them on social media if they really scared because they testing the water to see if you're going to respond. But for the rest, it'll be after, after the retrograde point, which is good because that's for the divine masculines. Now, but for sure, watch out for these heathenistic ass exes that sense your glow up, sense your healing, and they are not trying to lose you, okay? But they are leeches and they are not healed. They just are missing your energy. Oh, and they are wanting to feed their ego. For some are needing to feed their ego of can they get you back, right? They're not really, they haven't grown like you're growing or doing the work like you've been doing. They just knew that they do realize that you were the best thing for them. This is the exes. This is not the DM. These are the exes that are coming back for divine feminine. That divine masculine does sense because it is jealous of this energy and attention that divine feminine is getting. But there are some past energies that the divine feminine is about to entertain or already is entertaining. You already know if it is, and they're needing to feed their ego to see. It's like a dick pissing war, right? Whose dick is the longest, right? And who can piss the longest, right? Oh, she ain't with divine masculine. She ain't running from him. Oh, gotcha. Boop. And this is the right time to get you. Don't let them get you while you're weak, and don't let them manipulate you thinking that they're not about to. Watch for the red flags because they only want to feed their ego that they can get you over divine masculine, okay? So that they can flaunt you and take pictures of you and post you online so that it can trigger divine masculine, like I got her and you don't, or I got him and you don't. That's what it's about. So watch out for that. Comment below if you know that is your story. But that was coming through heavy, and they did not want me to end this before that came out, right? They might even know each other, right? But they're not doing it because they truly love you and want to put you on love on top, which is what you deserve from whoever you're with, because you are the motherfucking prize, and don't let nobody tell you otherwise, period, the end. Then it's just a competition for them, and it's still an egotistical thing, and they don't even realize, what because they haven't healed, okay? So watch out for those people, and please comment below and let me know who you're dealing with if you haven't. Now, I am going to pull a couple of letters for some initials. Now, if these initials are not your initials, doesn't mean that this wasn't your story, because you know if it was your story or not, and use your intuition. But these are just the ones that maybe needed to hear this story or this, because we're all on a different journey. Maybe this is something that they needed to hear because they are obsessed with tarot like I am, or what have you, or the non-physical or channeling in the spiritual world like me, and they needed to hear this right now for their guidance for something right now more than you do, okay? So we got a Y. This could be you or their initials, where they stay, something that's significant, initial for their child, whatever, you will know. R, W, O. This could be you or the divine masculine's initials, or one of these past lovers that are back in your life or are coming in your life very soon. N, L, A, S, X, Y, V, U, and C. That's what I have for you. If you need help working on energy healing or coaching sessions on dealing with your twin flame or soulmate journey, or just in life general to overcome blockages that are from your past that are blocking you from your blessings or being your best self, or unlocking your spiritual gifts, or any of that, then you can definitely reach me at healingme@gmail.com. That information is in the description below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment, and let me know what resonated for you. I love the light in you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.